Hey! Good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. What I have to present to you guys today is yet another exclusive Japan Pepsi Zero Mint. There have been so many wacky, cool flavors that Japan has released of Pepsi. And off the top of my head, there's been Pepsi Orange, their own entity of Pepsi Pineapple, Black Cherry Chocolate Gummy, Salt and Lychee. I mean, the list goes on, you name it. And if you take a look at the bottom of the picture, those are noodles. And it kind of looks like Chinese food or Japanese food. But in any case, this Pepsi Zero Mint is yet another limited edition in Japan. And this is actually designed to where it is supposed to go with noodles. And I'm assuming that you're probably supposed to use Asian noodles when it comes with it. And apparently just the flavor of this, it's supposed to help cut the grease, or not the grease, just any flavor fatigue you could be getting from the noodles. It's supposed to cut that. And as you can see right here, I actually have two of them. This was the last pair that was on eBay. My buddy DJ Glowing Ice had bought the second to last one, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta get some. And I'm pretty sure that if I would have asked DJ for the other bottle, if they was sold out, he probably would have just given it to me. But it's going to be helpful. I have two of these. And I'm going to tag Joel Nerd's name again on this video because he's a pretty busy dude. And I don't know if he saw my last video, but I definitely will add in one of these Pepsi Zero Mints from Japan because they are sold out now, and he might want one of them if he's willing to pony up that Pepsi Lime Mint. So Joel, if you're watching, I will now give you a Pepsi Zero Mint, that Dr. Pepper Fantastic Chocolate, and pretty much everything else that I showcase in that video, and I'll just keep adding them up. There's currently actually another new flavor that's in Japan as well. It's called Pepsi Big Lemon Zero, and eventually I will buy a pair of those too. But for now, I'm excited to try this. For those of you that don't know Joel Nerd, the guy that I'm trying to do business with to get that Pepsi Lime Mint from, he's a pretty busy dude. He's constantly always breaking world records. He tried out for the Amazing Race, and he made it. At the same time, he tried out for, I think it was America's Got Talent, for the French version, and he speaks very fluent French, and he tried out for that. And I think he might have made that too, but because they were happening at the same time, he chose to go with the Amazing Race. So definitely check out Joel Nerd if you have not. And Joel, if you're watching, you know the drill, man. Hope I can do some business with you one of these days. So with that said, just take a nice little scan at this bottle, and Pepsi Zero Big. It says Pepsi Zero Big right there for some reason. Pepsi Zero Mint, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this thing. I'm excited. So right off the bat, it has that very flowery, fresh, airy aroma smell that most Pepsis from Japan do. I've never had a single Japanese Pepsi that never had a very fresh taste and smell to it. It's just dark cola, so there's really nothing to see here. But in any case, let's give this a try and see what we're dealing with. Oh wow. That is pretty unique. That is gotta be the weirdest most different Pepsi flavor I've ever tasted in my life. What in the world? How in the world do you explain that? It kind of has a tart flavor to it when you first take a sip. Very bland, almost tart. But when you swallow it and you give it a little bit of a bit more time to hit, like let's say 3 to 5 seconds more after you swallow it, you get hit with this slight mint taste. And the tartness and the airiness and the blandness of it when you first take a sip, I would bet you that if you were actually eating noodles with this drink side by side, it actually would coincide with it perfectly. That's my prediction. I've never tried it. I do have another one, so unless Joel answers my offer, I might use this other one to do an experiment with an actual Asian noodle dish to see how it actually pairs up with it. But it's not bad. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of any of the zero sugars or diet Pepsis that are out there. But knowing me, I'm a huge Pepsi guy on this channel, so this is definitely something that I wanted to and needed to try. Would it be fair to say that I'm disappointed? I don't know. I mean, what more was I going to expect? It's a zero sugar, Pepsi Zero Mint. And it's just so weird. I would have expected maybe there to be a little bit more of a dynamic of flavor, but it's actually very bland. It's one of the absolute weirdest sodas I've ever tried in my entire life, I gotta tell you. So you take a sip, it's airy, tart, slightly tart, and very weird. And then 5 seconds passes by, and then you get hit with this minty flavor, and that's all I can tell you. Now, on a rating of 1 to 10, what would I give this thing? I'm not too sure. I'll probably finish this in my truck when I'm working. But as it stands right now, even though it's kind of weird, I kind of like it. And so I would give this a 5.75 out of 10. I definitely think that if you were actually eating Asian noodles for reals, it would taste a lot better. But it just kind of is what it is. So 5.75 out of 10 is all I'm going to give this. And it's not bad, but it's not absolutely great. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with a buddy. And if you did enjoy this, make sure to leave a comment down below to help boost the algorithm. Also, if this is your first time watching Maximus the Fourth, and let's say you're bored, maybe you just need something else to do, make sure you check out my video, the Banana Sprite Challenge. That is a very well-known challenge that people have tried all over YouTube, such as the LA Beast, and I will make sure to link my experience of it down in the description below. So make sure to check the description down below for the Banana Sprite Challenge of my experience. And for all other extras and even ways to help support this channel, just read through the description very thoroughly, and you will not be let down. Maximus the Fourth here, yet another Pepsi, wacky Pepsi flavor down the hatch. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.